And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Now, the opening lineup for Atlanta. We've got McDaniels, and it's Mullen in at the 2. Stan, two of the greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays. Here we go.
Here's Higgins. Pass to Livingston. And there's the drive. Three-pointer. Higgins misses. And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Macy. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Howell. And he's going for the lob. Stolen. About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to West. Here's Higgins. And the three-pointer goes.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Here's Howell. Macy passes to McDaniels. Misses the layup. Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Kicks it out Towns. Pass to West. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And he parries his first look.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Howell. Looking to end the run. Misses in close. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Towns for 3. Pass to Livingston. Here's Higgins from deep. It's hauled in by Mullen. Out to the right wing. Howell passes to Mullen. Knocked away. And here they come. Here's West. Knocks down the triple. West has got 5 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Teague's checked in for Towns. Hawkins is checked in for Atlanta. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Howell. McDaniels a screen. And Atlanta misses again. Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Pass to Higgins. To the right side. Here's Livingston. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. Snow, the pass to Teague. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Atlanta trails by 8. Inside to get back on track. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Pass to Macy. Here's Mullen. Yet to see a basket. Here's Macy. The 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Here's Livingston. 58 seconds left now in the first quarter.
First team foul. Substitution for Atlanta. Clifton Haywood.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Holland. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. Teague's got his second basket of the night.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
35 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Holland. They set the screen. Pass to Lawson. Fires the three. Holland can't hit. Here's West. He's got 5. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And as the first quarter... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got Holland, and it's Haywood in at the 5. Shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Pass to Jones. Towns, right side. Here's Lewis. Here's Teague. Hits a three-pointer. Teague's got 7.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Hawkins, the pass to Glover. There's the triple. Hawkins can't get it to go. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Towns, left side. The rebound by Glover. Atlanta trails by 13. Pass to Holland. Here's Hawkins. Checked by Teague. Here's Glover. Down low. Here's Haywood. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Offensive rebound. Jones feels it out. Kick out to T. Here's the 3. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. Atlanta trails by 11. Pass to Holland. Here's Hawkins. Here's Brand. Here's Glover. And the deficit down inside single digits. Glover's got his first 2 points of the night. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Atlanta.
Substitution on the court.
The home team on D. Hawkins, the pass to Howell. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Basket's good.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
So it's the home team now. 9-point game. They'll take on the Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse after this one. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. And they're pushing it up. Here's Macy. The rebound by Livingston. Gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Higgins passes to Livingston. Right wing. Here's Teague. Knocks it down from distance. Teague's got 10.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Towns, he's checked in for T. And Atlanta making a change here. Here's Woolridge. A minute 6 left in the second period. Here's Higgins. McDaniels covering. Here's Snow. McDaniels with the rebound. Atlanta trails by 10. To the paint. And Macy gets it to go. He has 7.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Pass to Livingston. Here's Higgins. Here's Towns. And it's rejected. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Howell passes to Mullen. Here's Macy. He's got 7. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Higgins. They get it back. 1 second left. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a...
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s.
Taking a peek now. That's it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Atlanta trails by 10. Pass to Howe. Here's Mullen. Here's Howe. He's scoreless. They set a pick. Here's Macy. Drills it from deep.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Getting a nice 50% for the game. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got McDaniels, and it's Glover in at the 3, the small forward. Over to the wing, pass to Livingston. Here's Higgins. 6 to shoot. Back to Towns. From 17, Macy pulls it in. And for Atlanta, they're shooting around 50% in the game so far. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Now McDaniels. Pass to Howe. The 3 is up. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Close game here in Philadelphia. Higgins passes to Teague. Here's Higgins. Pass to West. Outside Teague. To the wing, right side. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. They've closed the gap over the last few possessions. Can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. They set the pick. Pass to Macy. Now McDaniels. Here's Macy. Here's Howell for the tie. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Howell's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Here's Jones. The shot misses. McDaniels with some nice D.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Pass to T. Here's Livingston. Kick out to T. Here's Higgins. The three-pointer off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Howell's got 7 points.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. And Atlanta making a change here. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Here's Macy. Snow grabs the board. Snow's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Towns. And the layup falls. Towns has gotten his 2nd bucket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
58 seconds left in the 3rd.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's Towns. Pass to Lewis. Towns with the ball. Elbow shot. The rebound by Atlanta. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Here's Lawson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Kicks it out, Towns. To the left side wing. Lewis sinks the tray. Lewis has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Macy. Fires from deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. Atlanta. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Armstrong in at the point guard position. Clock at 6. Here's Woolridge. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Alexander, he's checked in for Dunn. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Here's Haywood. Pass to Hawkins. Takes a 3. Armstrong grabs the miss. Shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Here's Woolridge. To the middle. Launches it. Here's Jones. Pass to Lewis. Outside T. And another shot. That shot is good, Lewis.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance in trying to just outscore other teams. Generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Jones finds Teague. Pass to Armstrong. Out to the right wing. Shoots over Holland. And right on target. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. McDaniels from long range. And Atlanta misses again. Gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Here's Armstrong. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he drops it first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Atlanta trails by 7. Here's Macy. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Macy's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. And that one drops for him.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Atlanta is shooting 52% from the floor so far. Driving inside, and Macy gets it to go. Macy's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Atlanta trails by 5. Glover, pass to Macy. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Towns outside. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Jones sets a screen. Three-pointer. They get it back. Another shot. The shot, no good. Atlanta trails by 3. Outside McDaniels. Here's Macy. From 17. Jones grabs the board. Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
36 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Here he goes. Cash.
Well, the defense allowed that run. He had a clear path to the cup.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. "30 seconds left in the game.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
Count it!
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Higgins. From 9 feet. Count it!
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
Here's Howe. Missed it!
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that about...